It was the worst firestorm in California history, and there was nothing firefighters could do about it.
It's almost like the whole place just vaporized in once.
Monstrous flames devoured entire neighborhoods, devastating everything in their path. By the time it ended, 3,700 homes were destroyed and 24 people had died. For one family, escaping the inferno was a split-second decision.
The thought that occurred to me was, I'm gonna die.
Do you risk driving through a narrow but massive wall of fire?
It was the firestorm, and it was just the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
Or try navigating a narrow, windy road surrounded by flames. What would you do?
Holy cow. And I gotta stay in between the lines? Ugh.
This is the show that takes real-life survival stories and asks the question, was there only one way out? I'm Troy Hartman. As a champion skyboarder and professional stuntman, I've done some pretty crazy things. But now, not only will I relive the ordeal of a survival situation, I'll take it one step further. I'll do the things real survivors wouldn't to discover their secret to survival. At 6 p.m. on October 25th, a small 8-acre fire was burning in California's Cleveland National Forest. By midnight, it was a massive 5,000-acre firestorm, burning out of control. Lonnie and Lori Bellante, along with their daughters, Melanie and Lindy, were directly in its path.
I called the sheriff's station that morning at 12:30. What they said was that, oh, it's over in Ramona, 10 miles away, don't need to worry. You know, just go back to bed. They're gonna have it out soon. So that's what we did. We went back to bed.
But within hours, the fire was just outside their home.
I had gone out to the kitchen to see what time it was, and on either side of the microwave where I looked to see where the time are windows, and I looked out there and there was the fire. So I immediately yelled at my husband, yelled at Lonnie, yelled at our daughters, get up, get dressed, we've got to get out of here, the fire's here.
I hadn't seen the fire yet, but I knew from the tone of her voice that it was serious. We needed to get ready and get out to the truck.
And the wind was really, really strong. And it was all the ash, all the embers. I mean, it looked like tornadoes just swirling. It was firestorm, and it was just the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
The Bellantes headed toward the main highway and away from the fire. Their neighbors, John and Quinn, were right behind them.
They got stuck on a ridge right here, and even though John got out and tried to push the car, apparently, the fire just took them before they were able to do that. His body was found outside, and she was in the driver's seat.
Oh, no.
The Bellantes were lucky. Their truck was tall enough to avoid becoming stuck on the dirt road as they headed toward the highway.
The thing I remember the most is the smoke. There were points where I couldn't see anything, and I knew there were points where there was a 100-foot drop-off. I just crept my way down the hill, basically feeling my way down the road.
And we're going down, and, you know, things are going okay. And then all of a sudden, the truck stops.
The engine died at that moment, and we were coasting down this hill.
We'd hit a little flat spot, so it couldn't continue rolling down as it had been before.
Okay, the car's dead. We're gonna have to make a run for it, girls. Come on, let's go.
We got out and started going, and it was really, really hot. I mean, it was next to unbearable. It was unbearable for our daughters because they said, you know, Mom, Dad, we can't do this. We've got to go back to the truck. You know, we can't breathe. This is just too hot. We can't do it.
I had gotten 25 feet up the road, and at that moment, the thought that occurred to me was that I was going to die. I'm going to die. And then I heard my daughter call out, and I stopped and came back here, and we all got back in the truck.
Bellante managed to get the car started again, but a few minutes later, they were forced to stop as fire completely engulfed the road in front of them.
Watch out.
Well, just here we saw this huge wall of flames. Because it was nighttime, because it was dark, it just looked 100 foot tall. I mean, it was bigger than anything I'd ever seen. It was unreal.
And we couldn't see beyond it, but we could only imagine that there was more of the same on down the road.
It looked like the whole world was on fire from where we were.
Would you say right here was the one moment where everything sort of changed? The feel, your heart's dropping, maybe a scream in there?
Yeah,
was it
probably.
Did it turn to panic a little?
Probably.
Did you scream right here?
Yeah, this is the point when I lost it and I was like,
lost hope.
what?
My mind was racing on, what should we do now? What should we do now? What alternatives are there?
This is where the Bellantes had a critical choice to make. Drive through an estimated 100-yard deep wall of fire to reach the nearby highway, or turn around and drive a narrow, windy road through less flames to a neighbor's pond some 2 miles away. It was literally a life or death decision, and the one we needed to explore to understand the secret to survival. To do that, I needed someone who could create a firestorm.
Hey, man. How you doing? See ya. See you. What's going on?
So I went to talk with my friend, Mark Chadwick, who's a stunt coordinator for films and television. I figured he could help me relive the two options the Bellantes faced.
So what do you want to try to do here? What do you want to accomplish?
I'm just real interested to know what it's like, trying to react and trying to, actually think and stay on this road when you can't see anything and it's a panic situation like that.
Like, I know this place, it's up at this ranch up in Agua Dulce, and we could maybe make like a course for you to drive around, and we can outline the whole course with a wall of flame. Like you're driving along and the fire's on the ridge and you're right next to it. Right. And we could smoke
Mark
it up.
got the idea immediately. A fiery obstacle course would recreate the Bellantes experience pretty well.
Yeah. And the second thing, I don't know, I keep thinking about it, is this wall of fire. This, big monster of a barricade that they came up to and had to sit there and actually contemplate it.
So what we can do is we can go in and we can set up a wall of fire, maybe 20 feet high and say 40 feet deep. I mean, I'll have to get with my effects guy and talk about this, and we'll actually have you drive through a wall of fire. And this will a real wall of fire. And it'll be great. We'll have some cameras on you. We'll have you wire for sound. And you can tell us what it's like to be right in the heart of that much fire.
I thought Mark came up with some really good ideas. But now it was up to him to create the firestorm. And it was up to me to figure out how the Bellantes came so close to dying.
Right here on this little rocky knob is where this fire started. Wow, right there, right there.
The Cedar fire started around 5 p.m. on October 25th. A hunter, lost in a remote part of the Cleveland National Forest, lit a small signal fire on this rocky hill 5 miles north of where the Bellantes live.
So he had hiked quite a ways in to where he was at when he lit the fire. So it's just very mundane, slowly burning, and we can't get to this darn thing. Yeah, there's no roads over there. It's very frustrating. We can see it, but we can't get to it. Right there. Just right there in that little hill. Exactly.
5 miles away, Battalion Chief Kelly Zombro kept his eye on the fire from the ground.
It's in the horizon. You can see the one with that little hole on the top.
Yeah.
Below that, there's a little peak. It's in there somewhere.
Okay. Wow. That seems just so far away.
It seemed that way that night, too.
The conditions for a firestorm couldn't have been worse. 5 years of drought had left acre after acre of trees and thick brush dry, dead, or dying, ready to ignite in an instant. In addition, the dangerous Santa Ana winds were literally just over the horizon.
What was looming in the background is a Santa Ana that's not here yet.
Right.
And so we know it's coming, and the Weather Service even told us it's imminent.
When the 60-mile-per-hour winds hit, it turned the small hilltop fire into a raging firestorm.
So it was like this big leapfrogging monster coming right at us of flames. So it shot up this next mountain and immediately started sending spot fires onto this, and it clearly about 40-45 minutes, and it was all over us.
It took 45 minutes to go from that peak to here?
Roughly.
Oh my God.
Once it got going and established, it was somewhere around there.
Oh my God. I'm sitting here thinking this is 2 to 3 hours maybe it could start reaching here.
It's almost like the whole place just vaporized in ones.
By 3 in the morning, the fire was raging out of control, burning 100 feet per second.
It just put thrills on my spine. It was really, really bad, and my gut feeling all night long was, my God, people are going to wake up to flames at their window.
That's exactly what happened to the Bellantes. The wind-driven inferno caught them by surprise and forced them to flee and drive right into a life-or-death decision. But before I tell you what they decided to do, I must test both of the Bellantes' options.
Oh man, now it's hot.
And both have me more than a little nervous. That's Mark Chadwick, our stunt coordinator. The other guy is Gary D'Amico, our pyrotechnics expert.
I'm going to stand back. It's going to get a little warm.
They're busy getting ready to put me in harm's way so I can try to understand what the Bellante family faced as they tried to escape a wildfire. In the fall of 2003, Lonnie and Lori Bellante struggled to find a way out of a wildfire that threatened to kill them and their 2 teenage daughters. They only had 2 choices: drive along a narrow dirt road hoping to find a safe haven, or drive through a huge wall of flame to reach the main highway. Mark and I met a few weeks ago to talk about how we could create a stunt to test these 2 options.
Is we can go in, we can set up a wall of fire, maybe 20 feet high, and...
Now it's up to Mark to plan the experiment, so I won't know what's going to happen.
The challenge was to recreate the Bellante's options as accurately as possible. To reenact their driving down a road during a firestorm, my plan was to build an obstacle course surrounded by fire.
We're not trying to make this stunty, but we are trying to create some natural effects that could happen and that do happen in a wildfire.
So we came out to a movie location that would let us create a firestorm. The pyrotechnic crew brought out all their tricks to make it as dramatic as possible. All this was based on a plan Gary, our fire expert, and I had worked out a few weeks earlier.
See you again. So we have like an oval, you're saying?
Yeah, I want it to be like an oval obstacle course. And in the middle of the oval, we got some olive trees.
This is basically the start mark right here.
Right.
So let's just start walking.
We could stage around the perimeter 6 propane stations and feed it off some 100-pound cylinders. On the end of each line, we could do a 10-foot slotted pipe. So we could stagger those. We could have a pipe here and a pipe here, so he has to negotiate his way around and make it really threatening.
Oh, that'd be great.
Find some old junker cars, plant those around and throw some flame bars in there. It's always nice when the flames are licking off of something than just a sterile flame.
And do you think we can smoke this up at all?
Sure.
I'm assuming there'd be a lot of smoke. And I'm assuming the smoke would be like white smoke. Visibility would be really poor.
Sure.
Now, is there any way that we could put a 10-foot pipe across the road and have him roll across it?
Yeah, we'll just dig that in.
Okay. And then when he gets right about here, we'll bring it up. Is that possible to bring it up? And the thing is, he's not going to know about any of this. Working with fire can be very unpredictable, making it very dangerous. So, we had to take every precaution to make Troy's truck as safe as possible, which included replacing the gas tank